day are we on?
2.
Man, it's going by so fast.
1, 2, 3.
Do you need help, Lucy?
Yeah. Ooh, a donut. I got a donut.
Ooh. Good. Are you gonna do your... Oh!
Well,
You've already done it! Put it back together.
together.
Put it back together.
I have one of these where it's like an apple. You squeeze it and it makes a pop sound.
I don't know what I did.
I'm not gonna put it on now because I don't want my hands to be all.
Did you just put it back together and now?
I don't know what I did before. Oh, there you go.
I feel like that one was cheating.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little cheating.
Squeeze it and it makes like a pop sound, like the donut hole. Like
Show it to me, Lucy.
it's supposed to make a pop sound like this. I don't know. I might have to wash it. Well, this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have one of these, but it's like an apple.
It smells good. It's
Very
not
nice.
too coconutty because sometimes too much coconut, I don't like that, but
Yeah.
it's like not a lot, so that's good.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Vlogmas vlog. Today is Monday, December 2nd, and we are finally, I feel finally like this is our break. We are on a homeschool break right into January. I'm not entirely sure when we're going to start back yet. I haven't really thought about it at all. Honestly, I just wanted to get through Thanksgiving, start Advent, and then have a little bit of a break before I have to think about homeschool again for second semester. Today, I'm supposed to be filming my goals video, my first goals video that's supposed to go up on Friday, and I woke up and my eye is so dry right now. Every time there's light or anything, it starts watering, and I know I can't put makeup on when I have this dry eye issue. So I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to wait until tomorrow. I'm worried that if I don't film it today, I won't have enough time to get it done for Friday. You would think that I would because it's Monday. I should have plenty of time, but doing Vlogmas in addition to getting my goal stuff ready is a little bit challenging. So I have a ton of stuff to get done today. I have to go to the grocery store and the library. I need to go to the consignment store and figure out how I get my money from the things that I dropped off back in September. We also are starting our hymn study today, and that is about as far as I'm going with homeschool stuff for this season. I do not plan anything relating to homeschool for December. I have tried in the past. A couple of years ago, tried planning a Christmas Around the World unit, and it was so cool. There were so many awesome things, and we did a couple of the activities, but this month is so full of traditions and other activities that we're doing. I don't have time to focus on homeschool during this month. And so years and years and years ago, I had heard Jamie C. Martin, she used to have a blog that I think was just her name, and then she also was the editor for the Simple Homeschool blog. I don't know if that's still around or not, but I think Emma was like 2 when she had written a blog post about how they take the month of December off, and that sounded really interesting. And of course at that point we weren't doing any homeschool, so it wasn't a big deal. But as the years went on and we started to incorporate more formal learning in our home, I decided to take from Thanksgiving to New Year's off, and it has been the best decision that I've ever made. As my kids have gotten older, we have had to start earlier in the summer. I do give my kids a choice every year as to whether they want to start in September or if they want to start early and take this big chunk of time off, and they always choose to start early. We roll in with a slow start, so it's not too chaotic in the summer months, and there are days when it's just too hot and nobody wants to do anything, and so a few hours of learning isn't a big deal. So that's kind of what we do. But I did get this hymn study from Not Consumed, and it looked really interesting. We've done some of their other Bible studies. It's something that they can kind of work on their own through the month of December, so we're going to work on that, and that is the only thing that I have planned. Everything else is tradition based, and that is honestly the best for me. I do have a video that I posted on December 1st with my December plans and how that kind of works for us. So I will leave that linked if you're interested. But right now, the kids just opened their advent calendars, so I'm going to start getting breakfast made and some of the tidying. I don't have a ton of stuff to do. Thankfully, we got most of the house clean as we were setting up our Christmas trees this past weekend. So I do need to make a grocery list and then figure out when we're going to go out. It's like 22 degrees outside, so I don't really want to leave the house, but it is what it is. And we don't really have any food in the house now that we've gone through all our Thanksgiving leftovers. So we'll see how today goes, but I have to get those hymn studies out for the kids and share those with them and then get some breakfast going. You guys ready to look for the elves? Jack's.
Yeah.
He's looking for the elves.
Yeah, but we need to count down.
Oh, all right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Snow.
Snow?
Yeah, we should let snow and see if we actually went. Hey, Bucky. I think we're all first all already.
This one, is this yours?
I hide all my stuff in the trees this time of year.
Did you already find them? You did? Both of them? Oh man, I've only found one. You're way better than me.
I'm making a matching hat. The hat won't stay here. I'm gonna pull the pipe cleaners off.
What are you doing?
Trying to finish my book.
What book are you reading? The Queen of Nothing. Almost done, huh?
Yeah, I must say, I was waiting for their relationship for the entire series, and I despaired that it would never come, but now that it's here, ironically enough, it's kind of one of the more healthy relationships I've ever seen in books.
Well,
It's better than the selection. I mean,
Here is the hymn study that we are doing. Jack and Emma both have the youth, and then Lucy has the junior version, and each of them came with a little sticker book. Even the parent guide came with a sticker book, which was pretty cool. And I actually have a video walkthrough of these resources and some of the other Advent resources that we use. I will leave that video linked below if you are interested. I believe this is still available, so you could certainly get it and start it in the middle of December and just, go into January. I don't think that there would be anything wrong with that. They are Christmas hymns, which is kind of fun. I need to move my piano. We have like an electric piano with the weighted keys and everything in our basement, but I would like to put it upstairs so that it's more likely to be used by me. My kids all go down and play the piano. I just don't like going in the basement for some reason. Even though it's a really nice space, I still don't like going down there. So right now, I need to make breakfast. That is the next step. Yesterday, Emma got a candle for her advent calendar. So it is this candle,
It's very citrusy.
soft and fresh.
Yeah, I think that's just a brand. I don't think it says the.
Lucy really likes it, so we're gonna light it up.
I'm gonna try not to snap the match this time.
Yeah, don't snap the match. You're very silly. Okay, so I just placed a grocery order. I'm going to have them deliver groceries this afternoon because my eye really isn't feeling great. So I do still have to go to the library, but that will be a little bit easier than having to go and get groceries. So unfortunately, the grocery delivery won't be until later this afternoon, but that's okay. I think we have plenty of stuff to get us by until then. And then I will just run in quickly to get the books that Jack and I have requested at the library. I'm going to hold off on going to the consignment store, and I'm not going to film my goals video today. That may end up causing some issues. But I'm gonna cross my fingers that I already know what I'm going to talk about and all of that stuff, so I don't think it's going to take me too long to film it. My hope is that after I rest today, my eye tomorrow will feel better. I think part of it is just dryness. We have the pellet stove going, It's gotten really cold really fast here in Maine. I mean, it had been in the 60s and now all of a sudden it's 20 degrees. So I think the dryness in the air is definitely impacting it. It is also, I think, just because I've been so tired over the past several days trying to kind of catch up from the busyness of Thanksgiving. And I tend to read a lot at night, and I think it's just eye strain, honestly. Instead of going to the grocery store and doing all of that stuff this morning, I'm going to start working on laundry. I did all of our laundry yesterday, but I need to sort it so the kids can put it away and fold towels and stuff. And then get to my dailies. I would like to sit down and work more on my goal stuff today. So I did a little bit this morning, not very much because my eye was bothering me so much. So maybe after I do the laundry, I will sit down and work a little bit on goals. It's already 12:15. I have been working on goal stuff for about an hour and a half, I guess. As I've been kind of reflecting on 2024, thinking about my health and trying to change some things that way, as well as considering my margin routine and my social media usage and everything that my tech detox stuff that I talked about way back in like February and March. I don't think that I ever considered just making a list. I do have a list of things that I enjoy, and they're more hobby type things, but creating a list of what gives me energy and kind of incorporating that with my yes and no list, I think is going to be helpful for me. Obviously, a lot of the things that I put on my yes and no list, the yes things are things that I enjoy doing and I want to do more of, but including some of those other restful things I think will be helpful, especially because I do want to prioritize my health in 2025. Especially after the second bout of shingles that I had this summer. That was insane. It kind of sparked something for me because I do think about my energy level a lot. I do kind of qualify the levels of things that I'm able to do. Like I have a 3-tier morning routine depending on the amount of time I have and how I'm feeling. And so those types of goals where you can kind of have multiple tiers depending on your energy level, I think is a really interesting concept that I haven't spent a lot of time really thinking through that lens for, but it was just something that popped up. So that's what I've been working on. I'm feeling good about my goal stuff. I feel really good about my goal stuff. So what I'm going to do now is actually share the things that I got during the early Rose Gold Black Friday sale from Erin Condren, which I think was like at the beginning of November maybe. I just got it like a couple of days ago. I just got my order. So I want to share that. And I'm also going to share some goodies that Cultivate What Matters sent me that they were offering as a gift with purchase of any purchase from Cultivate What Matters over Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Unfortunately, I don't really post about those sales all that often. I do a few different homeschool specific Black Friday sales, but I kind of don't even check my email during Black Friday. I miss the old days where you could go get a paper on Thanksgiving and kind of map out what you wanted to do. That's what I used to do like in high school and college. Well, more college and after. So I'm going to take you through some of those things and just share what I've gotten and my hope for them for 2025. Okay guys, so the first thing that I got are the new dual tip markers from Erin Condren, and I have been using these forever for my color coding in pretty much these same colors. So I am interested to see how these write. And I think what I'm going to do is put it in my Sterling ink planner because I already have this test page. So let's see how it goes. All right. So it's like a medium and a fine tip, but these are markers. They're not pens, but they are not going through. So that is really good. I mean, I do see there's obviously shadowing, and I think especially on this black, if I hold these markers down too long, they will definitely bleed through. But I think that that's kind of similar to all markers, but maybe not. And honestly, the medium and fine tip aren't all that different, probably because I do not push down. I think you could definitely push down more and maybe have a lighter hand with the fine tip. And I really appreciate that they are labeling their markers and pens and such with the color, because it always bugs me when I can't figure out what the color is. Erin Condren has done so many different dual tip marker colors, and some of them are very, very similar to others, but I can never figure it out. Okay, so this is the last one. I wish this came in a 10 pack because I feel like the other pack that I used to get had 10, so there were 2 additional colors, maybe like a purple and a pink variation, or maybe another blue variation. I can't quite remember, but let's see. Overall, I'm happy. I mean, I probably will mainly do black in this planner with my Micron pens, but I do appreciate that there isn't the bleed through. There is definitely shadowing, but with such thin paper, that is inevitable. Okay. So that's good, because they actually came out with some markers, maybe with their teacher planner launch, that bled right through the Erin Condren paper, which is so thick. I was really surprised to see that. Okay, so this is the next thing that I got. Sorry, I have plastic all over me. This is just a wall calendar, but what is interesting about it is that these calendars are folders, file folders, and so you can put receipts or whatever in the file folder, and this is what I use for my work stuff. And there is space on the back that you can write whatever you need to. I think it's, I don't know, is this, yeah, budget file folders calendar, and that's kind of how I use it. With some additional work stuff included, and there are some stickers, and these are kind of old school Erin Condren color stickers, reminiscent of their Petite budget journal, the stickers from the Petite budget planner. And there are additional holidays down here, which I don't really think is necessary for a budget planner, but if you want them, they are there. And this has a nice metal hook thing. I don't know what this is called, but it's nice and sturdy on the wall. And so I have this for financial planning. And then guys, I spent months trying to figure out what I was going to do for financial planning, because I realized that I did not necessarily need to keep track of spend tracking on paper anymore. I just wanted something where I could download my transactions from the bank and then put them in specific categories, and then be able to run a bunch of different reports. And I thought that I had found a solution going back to Quicken, which is what I used to use years and years and years ago. And it worked really, really well for me for years and years. And then they went to a subscription-based plan, and I wasn't able to adjust the categories. So because I have specific categories that I keep track of that aren't necessarily Quicken categories, they're just categories that I have made up, and it's how I like to track my money for very specific purchases and such. So anyways, I thought that I had figured out a way to manage that. However, what ends up happening when I have my bank update on Quicken, it overrides all of the categories that I have already put in for specific purchases, and it resets them. So that was a huge waste of money and not useful for me for what I needed. I talked about this a while ago, and I did put up a poll, and everybody sent all kinds of lovely suggestions on different planners to use. But like, I already have a system for my work, so I don't really need that. And what I really need is just reporting, specific reporting that I like to have. And honestly, I should just bite the bullet and take the time to do it in Excel, which is essentially what I've done. I've just decided to do that in Excel. But to download CSV files from the bank, this is probably way more into the nitty-gritty than you care to hear about. But when you download a CSV file and import it into Excel, it just doesn't work as well as I would like it. So essentially what I'm going to do is keep track of my spending in here the same way that I've been doing for a couple of years. And it's just a monthly planner, the Erin Condren monthly planner in, I think is it Evolve? Is that this year or is it Inspire? I'm not sure. So what I will do is I will come in and essentially I'm just using these notes pages to keep track of different spending, whether it's our checking account, different credit cards, whatnot, and keeping track of all of that stuff in here. And then I will highlight everything with my highlighters in the different categories that I have, total everything together, and then put that into the different reports that I have on Excel. That's essentially what I will be using this planner for. I know it sounds silly, and honestly, I probably could have just used a plain notebook, and I may end up doing that, you know, later on, we will see. But I did kind of still want to have space for me to print out my budget just so that I could have it at a glance here, because I do like paper stuff. And I do like to put when things are due, certain spending that is done. If there are times of the year where we're spending more money for like getting our septic cleaned or having specific home things done, I can keep that in my personal planner, and I do kind of, but I like to keep the totals of money that we spend on some of those things in my financial planner, just because it's easier to grab information. Anyways, that was probably way more than you needed to know, but there is a dashboard in here that I don't really use, and then there are 9 pages after the dashboard, and then this 10th page is more for the next month, and this is where I put my budget for the next month, and I just print it on a sticker sheet. It's a budget that I have in Excel, and I just print it out. I do have a set of budget printables if you are interested, with a whole workbook of how I do my budgeting. I'll leave that linked in the description box if you're interested. But that's essentially what I'm going to be using this monthly planner for. I didn't buy a monthly planner when they came out this year because I honestly thought that Quicken was going to work for me, and unfortunately it isn't. And I had spent a lot of time going through and updating everything for the entire year, because that's what I was really looking for. I wanted an entire year's worth of data to look at so that I could run specific reports, because I'm a math nerd. That's just why I like to do that. Is it necessary? No, probably isn't, but I do enjoy doing it, so that's why I do it. And yeah, I didn't realize until I think, gosh, I can't remember. It was during one of my co-working sessions with my membership community, and I had just finished doing the current month's updates, and went to pull any new stuff from the banks, and it didn't do it for every single category, but a large number of the categories reverted back to either uncategorized or to something that was not exactly what I wanted. So anyways, I was like, oh, wow, has it been doing this the entire time? And yes, it had been. It had just overridden all of my categories. So I really, really, really like the design this year, the colorful design. I'm not a huge fan of the blooms design. I think that the font is just too light for me. And so I like it a little bit bolder. And in fact, the font in the colorful version is a little gray. It's definitely gray. It's not black. I would like it black, but I think it might be too much with this bolder font if they did use like just a regular black. So it is gray, but it's definitely darker than the blooms, which I don't have right here, but if somebody is curious, I do have a video that goes through all of that. And then I did not get any extra pages in the back. There are a bunch of options now that you can get additional pages. I mean, you've always been able to get like more line space or dot grid space. Well, this is an upside down page. More line pages or dot grid pages or checklist pages, like productivity pages. But now you also can get like budget and goals and maybe a couple other ones. I will leave a link for it in the description box. Then you have your label stickers like normal, and this beautiful folder, very, very pretty. And I think that this is the banana leaves cover. I don't know, I didn't really need a cover. I have so many, but this one was nice. I don't get them personalized. It doesn't matter to me. And then I did get the rose gold coil, which I absolutely love. And then the last thing that I got were 2 of the new monthly sticker books, and I get these every year because I like to use them in my book journal when I'm setting up my book journal pages. So there are some little decorative stickers and functional stickers, and the label stickers are really what I use a lot of. I used to buy this book specifically for the month label stickers because in all of the Erin Condren planners, they have those 12 boxes in the front of the planner, unless you get the Daily Duo, and then it has 6 in each book. But I would use these to label the months because that made sense to me. But I like to use these to decorate my book journal pages, which I will be setting up soon. It always takes me a really long time to do that because I do it in a Lightstrom notebook, pretty much like a bullet journal, and I am terrible at drawing lines and such. So, but I really like these stickers this year. I think it was maybe last year or the year before they didn't have as many decorative stickers, and I missed that. So these are the stickers, and I got 2 of these. Now we can go through these little goodies, and these are all things that are available at Cultivate What Matters right now. These are all magnets, and they are pretty heavy magnets. They have gold foil accents, so this says Cultivate What Matters. Little by little adds up. You got this. Grow What Matters, and then a little wreath. These are really, really pretty. And Lucy has been eyeing these, so I'm going to set these aside for her. Then this is a dot grid notepad. It says any day can be a fresh start. It's the Blooms design. There's space to put today, and you can circle the day of the week and then just take notes. And I love all notepads. I really do. Well, you can see I have lots of these oh what a day and oh what a week notepads. The oh what a week notepads I have been using for years for my kids to write out their homeschool lists. I still use one for Lucy, but my older 2 have planners that I write in now, but any notepad is a good thing in my book. Then we have a floral sticker book, and Cultivate What Matters has come out with a lot of sticker books this past year. They actually have a sticker book for every category. Their cultivated life evaluation categories, they have a sticker book that corresponds to each one, and I bought several of them because I really like them. They have lots of teeny tiny icon stickers, which I really like to use. So I will leave a link for that video. I have lots of videos, guys, to link in this video. So that'll be in the description box. But this is just all flowers, and they are super pretty. And I've been enjoying using more floral stickers in my planning. And I think part of that is because I am starting to use the Sterling ink planner, and it definitely needs color in that, and also because I've been using the Canvas Erin Condren Vertical Weekly Planner, and so that is just a blank slate. It's, you know, there's no color at all, which is really nice if you do a lot of stickering. I don't, but I did want to use up the stickers that I had, which is part of the reason that I got the Canvas design this past year, but I used up almost all of my stickers, and now I'm going to be trying out the Sterling Ink Common Planner again this year. I started last year with it as well, but I didn't last very long because I got a B6 size, which was just too small for me. But as you saw earlier, I have B5 for this coming year, so I think there will be plenty of space, but definitely needs a lot of color. So these are really pretty, and then some little gold foil quotes or sayings, and little flowers as well. Okay, and then I know a lot of people have been asking if Cultivate What Matters is coming out with a monthly planner this year, and I had no idea that they were. I hadn't heard anything about it, but then surprise, surprise, it was one of the free gifts, so it is available. Let me just double check. Yes, so they do have the 2025 monthly planner. When I'm recording this on the 2nd, it is on sale for $10, but it's normally $18. All of these Cultivate What Matters products can be purchased, and if you use my link, you will get an extra 10% off. So they do have this available. It's kind of like almost a vinyl cover, it seems like. I don't know. I feel like if you dropped something or spilled something, it'd be very easy to wipe it away. There's a little bit of a gold foil accent. It's a little bit different than the Lilac Blooms covers from the Fresh Start and the season by season planners, because those have a full page of blooms, but this is very, very pretty. It says make your months count, 2025 year at a glance, holidays and celebrations, month by month. And so you have your traditional Sunday Start monthly calendar. It has last month and future month, some extra holidays if you want to add them, like Puzzle Day, Compliment Day, my priority for the month. There are no holidays listed in the monthly calendar, which is nice. So you can add them if you want, or you don't have to add them if you don't want to. So that's how it goes for each month. There are no tabs. There is a quarterly reflection section, favorite memories, favorite media, what's working well, what's not working, grateful for, looking ahead, and a notes section. And then you move into the next quarter, April, May, June. There are quotes up at the top, and then another reflection section. And then a quarterly reflection section, and then reflecting on this year, which I think is really nice. And then you have 6 pages of notes in the back, so you could do half a page for each month, or have specific lists or whatnot. And then on the back is this beautiful emerald color with gold stripes, gold foil stripes, really, really pretty. So that is the monthly planner. And then the last thing is this dot grid notebook. It is just dot grid, no page numbers, and it has this really bright pink cover. I don't have my Power Sheets right here, but it's very similar to the Power Sheets cover color, maybe a little bit darker. And then the gold foil, although the gold foil might be throwing it off for me. So no index or anything in here, no page numbers, but just dot grid space. And this is larger than their everyday notebooks that they have. I don't know what the size of this is. I can't find this on the website at the moment. If I do, I will let you know. I'm not sure what size this is. It looks maybe like, this is like an A5 size, and this is B5. So a little bit wider than B5 and a little tiny bit shorter than B5. Okay guys, so I am actually going to wrap up this vlog here. It's a little bit earlier than I wanted to. I wanted to share our family advent calendars and stuff, but my eye is still bothering me, and I'm starting to get a headache now from that. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of rest for the rest of the day, but I did want to close out this vlog before I do that, because then I'll forget and it'll be tomorrow and I'll be starting a new vlog. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know this, again, Vlogmas is great because it's kind of fun to see my kids and all the things that are going on daily for me, but they can definitely get a little, I don't know, not as exciting for other people, but that's just normal life, and that's what I'm sharing. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this Vlogmas vlog. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you tomorrow, guys. Have a good day. Bye.